be showing you how we make meat pie in Beautiful Foods. To make meat pie, we need first of all to have the pastry mixed. Today I'll be using 3 kilograms of plain flour, 10 grams, a tablespoon of baking powder, all adding 1 teaspoon of salt. I'll be using a mixer to mix this, so I'm pouring it inside a mixer. And also I'll be adding in 1.2 kilogram of margarine. You may use butter if you prefer. Our two ingredients, the margarine, the flour and the salt and baking powder, will be mixed for 5 minutes on the mixer. The pastry has now been mixing for 5 minutes and it's become like crumbly texture. I'm going to pour in 800 ml of cold water and then mix it for another 5 minutes. Once the pastry has mixed for about 5 minutes, you take it from the mixer and place it into a cling film or a food-safe plastic bag. Once the pastry has been wrapped up in a cling film, we place it in a fridge for about 10 to 30 minutes to rest the pastry, so when you roll it, it will be nice and smooth. Once the pastry is done, we're going to be making the filling for the meat pie. I've got 3 kilograms of ground meat, ground beef, known otherwise as minced beef. We pour it into a saucepan and then we stir it so that it does not burn for about 5 minutes. Minced beef has been frying for about 5 minutes, looking this way. We add in 1 kilogram of diced potatoes, 400 grams of diced carrots. We add in 6 Maggi, 10 grams chili pepper, that's optional, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of aroma, that's all-purpose seasoning, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. Mix everything in together and add in about 300 ml of cold water. We lower the heat of the cooker so it does not burn and cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Our filling has been cooking now for 15 minutes and is now ready to use. Before we turn out the cooker, we're going to be tickling the filling with sauce flour. You may use plain flour or corn flour. Today I'm going to be using corn flour with about 50 ml of water. The water makes the sauce flour not to curdle up when added into the filling. So once it's mixed into a nice liquid, custard-like, we pour it into our filling of minced pie, potatoes and carrots, and then we mix in together to form a nice sauce. Stir fry it, simmer it for about 2-3 minutes, and then our filling is ready. Now the filling is ready, we're going to be cooling it down rapidly to avoid germs growing. So what I'm doing, I'm going to be putting a pan of cold water and then placing the filling on top of it to help the cooling. It should, health and safety wise, cool down within 90 minutes to avoid bacteria growing in the filling. Yeah, now we have the chilled pastry, and we're going to be rolling it out to about 2 to 3 millimeters thickness. Well, the pastry is now nicely rolled into about 2 to 3 millimeters. That's a quarter of an inch thickness. We're going to be cutting it with our patty maker into round disc, like this. If you do not have this at home, you can use a plate and cut round it with a knife. Now we've had all the pastry cut into round disc, we're going to be placing it on our patty maker, dust it with a little bit of flour, place it on, add a little bit of beaten egg around the edges, placing a tablespoon of cooled filling. Fold over and press firmly. Our meat pie is ready. The meat pie has now all been done, and we're going to be showing you how to make your meat pie without the plastic patty maker. Place the round disc of the pastry onto a flour table. Place your cooked minced beef into the middle. Using a pastry brush, egg wash the corners and fold over. You may want to use your fingers to close them firmly, or a fork, whichever you prefer. The final step to the pastry making is to put beaten egg all over the pastry to make sure it gives you a nice finished, glossy, shining look. Once that's done, you use a fork to create vents for the filling, like this. Once that's done, the pies are ready to go into the oven, baked at 180 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. Our meat pies are now ready. It's been in the oven now for 30 minutes, baking at 180 degrees. I'm going to be cutting one up so you see what the inside should be like. We've got the pie with a nice juicy filling and nice flaky pastry. Thank you for watching Beautiful Foods channel on how to make meat pie in Nigerian way. Thank you.